Welcome back to Vibrant Performance for the last of our fabrication episodes on the Great Header Build-Off. Looks like our rivals have given Connie a bit of a nose job here, and surprisingly, it actually looks really good. Anyway, time for some heat shielding, a little bit more aluminum work, and we're gonna be done. I guess turnaround is fair play. After we did some artwork over on Arts 2002, he's returned the favor here, and he actually did a very tasteful job. You can tell he's a creative guy because he did a very good job taping this grill on here. Maybe too good for me to actually tear off without wrecking his grill, but it's the angle of it actually works really well on the front end of the car. And oh wow, it's like a fancy three-piece deal here. Got to give Art props on this one too. It was a pretty creative turn of word, and I even like the way he tried to match the font on the Toyota here. So I give you a thumbs up on it, Art. I'm not sure you're gonna have enough design excellence in your project to match what we've got going on here, so I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna still pick the right winner here, but anyway, enough goofing around, let's get to work. So here's our lower water neck. I think it's just the two bolts holding on there.
Oh, really?
There she comes.
And we need to modify it, why?
Well, the way it's pointed, you can see it's pointed away from the lower outlet on the rad. So we're just gonna cut it, weld on a new neck that sort of angles down there, and that gives us a much simpler rad hose routing. So, I mean, we could try to find a rad hose that snakes around, but
we got Jay.
We got Jay, so let's get things done right.
It's funny, the worst thing I've had happen, I've been doing this, working out of a shop, either on my own or somewhere like this for 18 years now.
Yeah.
So when I was 20, I started fabricating, and I've never had a big accident. The biggest accident I had was I had to go to the hospital because I was building a turbo header for a D-series manifold, or a D-series engine, Honda D-series. So, and it was a mock-up engine. So you take the valve cover off, and you've got all these spark plug chutes that cover the spark plug when they're deep inside the cylinder head, and then it comes up to the top of the valve cover. Yeah. So they're kind of sharp, and when I'm tightening or loosening, actually I was tightening the manifold to the head to make sure the head surface was flat to the manifold. Yeah. And my hand slipped with the valve cover off.
Whacked it on that.
And those sleeves were in the way, and my wrench slipped off the nut, and I punched that sleeve, and it literally cut me
up, eh?
right in there.
That had to hurt.
And it turns out obviously that this is oval and this is round, so luckily though, we've got this diameter which is still the same size as the minimum on the oval. So we're gonna plant this in here just like that and use the excess material that I cut on the spout to help fill in the sides, and then we'll just port it out from the back. Weld it up okay. So just let it cool and just do a little porting on the inside and get it installed back in the car.
So Jay's bolted up the modified upper water neck here, and we put a little vibrant coupler down on the bottom of the rad, and now Jay's gonna cut up some of this tubing, make a real nice hard pipe to connect the two points, rather than going bin diving at Canadian Tire and trying to find a rad hose that fits, and this diameter slightly smaller than this diameter. Just let the fabricator figure it out. It's gonna look nicer, it's gonna work better, it's gonna be stronger, won't have any rubber hoses bursting. It's all good.
Just clean this up and then mark it where I want to weld it.
Get it ready to go.
Get it done.
That's what I like to hear, DP. Get her done.
Get her done. That's my. That's all I do here. Stand around telling Jay to get her done. That's my job. Our competitors are here too, Pete. Maybe we should go have a little peek at what they're doing over here.
I just hear hammering.
Hammering. They're hammering on the exhaust
very
system.
barbaric and
it's not a tool you normally use while fabricating a finely crafted exhaust system or a header. So, but Aaron is a medieval kind of guy. Look at him. He looks like he was a blacksmith from the Dark Ages. Right. Just bending horseshoes and stuff. So he's under here blacksmithing. It's not like talking about another man's work. This is our hard line for the bottom of the rad. I'm gonna put it in. Watch this, everybody. It's hot down here still because it's just been welded, but yeah, come on. It's done.
Wow, that looks good.
Huh?
Straighten it up
Hose
here.
clamp it on, I know.
Where's the hose clamp?
Oh, Jay's tuning my tuning.
There we go.
Sorry about that, everybody.
All right.
Can't leave it alone. He just had to come in and make me look like a fool again, huh?
OCD. We've got this coolant pipe. It's already been capped at the end, and it runs below the header. And we need to cap this extra line off here. But instead of capping it, we're gonna run an acorn, like a -10 weld-on fitting that we have out of our catalog, and we're gonna put it on the end here in case we want to run a spare auxiliary line to say, I don't know, another turbo or a pump or...
Yeah, when Dave gets crazy and he goes turbo in the future.
Who knows what. So we're gonna
finish my ice cream first, though, Jay.
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't want any.
Yeah, because the real guys are working here.
So we're just gonna weld this on here, and then we'll just run a cap on the top of it, or on the over top of it to keep it watertight.
That's amazing. Great idea, Jay. I wish Dave would come up with great ideas like that.
I did come up with a great idea.
Yeah, he just
creamsicles,
eats some
and
ice.
slushies, and strawberry things. You guys are too much work. You got to enjoy life sometimes, Peter.
Turned out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, looks good. Looks real good.
There, we got it on.
DP, I feel like you need to go turbo now.
I do kind of need to go turbo.
We did this -10 AN fitting as a perfect place for a coolant line.
Yeah. It's funny, the other day I was like, man, I should have gone with the MR2 turbo motor, which is also a 3SG, but it's a GTE motor. That way I could have like 400 wheel instead of 200 wheel, but
NA is best.
it's going to be,
let's face it.
For this car, this is perfect. I'm just being stupid. This is just preparing for my stupidity, which is always a good idea, so I appreciate that. We're working on our tan here with this Heat and Acoustic Solutions heat barrier stuff. What do we need this for, Jay?
Yeah, we're going to use this to, this is actually another product out of our catalog. It's very common for protecting heat against, vital components, like in this instance, brake lines. We want to try and keep them cool. If you want to keep the underside of where your feet rest and you're on the floor compared to where the catalytic sits underneath the car, you might put a layer of this in. There's all sorts of different grades of this that we carry in the catalog that are best suited for different heat ranges. So in this particular case, this piece here is best suited for this application where we're going to put it in between the header and the inner fender, and we want to protect these
brake lines.
Yeah. So,
and we're done. Just stick it in there, Jay. The little holes, just trim the corner off.
So we're going to use almost maybe about a third of it, I guess.
Yep.
Roughly. But as I think we were just talking about, doing a cardboard template, which is an ideal is ideal for this sort of situation. So we'll just get some old cardboard from one of the boxes that we used on the piping, cut it out, fit it, bend it, and maybe mark where the holes are, and then we can flatten it out.
Transfer it to that.
Cut and trace, cut and paste, and transfer the outline and then cut it out.
Arts and crafts, my favorite.
Yeah.
Super malleable, eh?
Yeah, but see how it's got like 3 or 4 layers in there?
Yeah. So that's the insulation quality of it?
Yeah, so every little layer is like an air gap.
Right.
And an air gap is essentially insulation.
Right.
So that's what's going to help keep those lines cool. Just do this in sections because it's a little easier to do when
one long run.
Instead of one long run, and you won't even see it anyway. So.
All right.
There you go.
Well, should we bolt this thing in there or what?
Yeah, the only thing that we might do now is we might put a little spacer in here for where one of those.
Oh, that's right. That
those
one
holes
stepped
was.
back a bit, didn't it? Jay managed to pull these magical little spacers out of his toolbox that are perfect for getting the heat shield lined up properly. It's got one on the bottom too to clear these cross-member bolts. So I think with those in place, we can bolt this guy in. Should I bolt it in now while Jay's not looking? Just
Yeah,
to,
just
to
show us what it
steal the
looks like. I want to
satisfaction
see
away
what
from
this
him?
looks like.
Just gonna sit right down in here.
Look at that.
Kind of like that.
Some little light tuning there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that looks good, DP.
Does look good. That's it, Jay. We're done. I think this is a job complete.
Yeah, it is.
You're happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah.
I know I'm happy with it. My favorite part was not doing any of the work and having what is quite possibly the most badass header and exhaust system in the world for a Beams powered Celica, and some really nice solutions for the cooling system, this sexy heat shield. So in the final episode, you're going to see a side-by-side comparison of the two projects, and you guys will even have a chance to vote on who you think is the winner. We're not sure yet what the winner will get or what the loser won't get, but we'll figure that out, and we'll surprise you with that with a bonus episode a little further down the road. Now that we've finished all of our fabrication work over there, including those sexy heat shields, taking a look at the 2002 here, it's looking pretty good, Art, but I feel like there's maybe a little bit more to do. What's going on?
Don't worry, we got something coming for you.
All right, well, jump over to the Vibrant Performance channel and see what they're cooking up.
Yeah, check it out.
Fat walnuts. Somebody's got lots of money.
No, you know what that is? I was born in the 70s, so you got to have a big Costanza style wallet with
Costanza.
every debit and sales and special points card.
You mean it's not full of cash?
No, there's no cash in there. You'll find $5 in there. $5.